And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Bean.
All right, let's start off the forecast with another look out near Jackson, because I've been mentioning it a lot over the weekend, and I mentioned it a lot last week as well. But we've had so many fires burning on the West Coast as well as in Idaho that even when we're seeing clear sky days like today, we just see this foggy, smoggy, almost like it's mostly cloudy out there, because you can't really see that far in the distance from all that smoke that's making its way through. So even though we're seeing clear skies today, keep your eyes out anyway, because it is going to still be low air quality because of that. Of course, temperature tracker actually looking much cooler than what we saw last week. 52 in Pocatello right now, 50 flat in Idaho Falls, 47 in Blackfoot. So instead of those 60s, which we're used to seeing at this time of night, and honestly, some of our lows have been 60s in the last few weeks, we're seeing 50s now, and our lows have been closer to those 40s. So it's actually been quite a cool weekend, even for the nighttime. It's been the 80s, but for those lows, they've been really closer to those fall-like values. Of course, the storm tracker today staying clear, and once again, it looks like it's going to be another gorgeous day, a continuation of that 80 degrees streak that we saw Saturday and Sunday. It's been nice to get out of those 90s, and we're going to see one more day before we shoot back up into those upper 90s moving through this week. So enjoy it while you can, because unfortunately, because of all these clear conditions, it's going to quickly warm up. And by the time we hit Friday, we're expecting to see some triple digits. Now, you might think while looking at this, you do see a pretty large low pressure system out in the Pacific West, or the Pacific Ocean. You see that pretty strong rotation, and it's making its way over. Fortunately enough for us, that's starting to head north. That's going to head through Canada. We're going to stick here in the ridge, and that's why those temperatures are going to start to skyrocket. We have clear skies, a ridge forming, and those warmer temperatures coming up from the south. So just expect summer weather like we've seen for the last month or so, especially with that 90-plus streak we saw over the fact of 26, 27 days. Future tracker not showing anything for today, and when I move it into tomorrow, not showing much either. We're staying clear. It's going to be another nice day today, and that's, once again, that's why we are going to start to see those temperatures shoot upwards. This is into Tuesday. Pretty much nothing going on again. And then by the time we hit Wednesday morning, still clear skies. That's why temperatures are just quickly making their way up. Usually we see a few days where we go from 85 into 86, 87, and we see that slow warm up. But since it's just been clear, and it's going to be clear for a few days, that's why those temperatures are quickly making their way up, quickly hitting those 90s, and then quickly, once again, hitting those hundreds by Friday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, see those temperatures quickly make their way into the mid-90s, 98 by Thursday. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that 100 you can see there on Friday. Of course, moving forward, that does cool down, but I mean, even just one day in the hundreds is going to be a bit brutal. Idaho Falls luck out a little bit because they have one more day in the 80s than we do in Pocatello, but then hit 93, 96, and then 97 will be the peak instead of 100. So it is actually a little bit of a benefit there up in Idaho Falls as well, not quite hitting those triple digits. Teton area also much well below at 90, 91 for Thursday, Friday. Then finally for the Central Mountains, of course, I mean, 100, 101 Thursday, Friday. It's going to be a hot week. We enjoyed the weekend, of course. We did love those mid to upper 80s. Unfortunately, it can't last, and we're going to go back to that hot summer weather.
But you know what I'm going to do, Paul? I've been wanting to do this all summer because I've been seeing people, there's these viral videos of people doing this, baking cookies in their car.
Oh, yeah, it'll definitely get hot in there.
Yeah.
If you hit 100, we're talking probably up to 150, 160 in your car, so.
Gosh, yeah, I either want to fry an egg or bake cookies or both.
Or both.
Yeah.
You can have a nice full breakfast.
Yeah, delicious, yeah.
Get some pancakes going too.
Yeah, right, but the classic breakfast, cookies and eggs, you know. That's how we do it here,
That's
right?
how I eat breakfast. I don't know about you.
He had cake earlier. Well, thank you, Paul.